All right, I think we're going. Here we go. Are we going? I think we're going.
Hello.
Are we going? You think we're going?
I don't
think
know.
we're going.
It says we are.
This is our last Friday, special Friday, where we do the 7 to 11 for one price. And
It's
then,
pretty busy.
it's been kind of a busy day all day today.
I think we've hit summer season. We were trying to decide when to open 7 days a week, and Seven said, "Oh, let's do it this week. We have a few projects we're trying to finish." But then we decided to do it next week because
Hold off an extra week.
Yeah, that's when most folks are doing it. But it is like we've had so many out-of-towners come in today, so I think it's officially tourist season.
Yeah. And we wanted to get the coffee and all that other crap going. Uh-oh.
Did we lose the camera?
We lost the camera. Why did we lose that camera?
Oh,
there it
it's
is.
back again.
It's back. Is it
Or
working?
maybe you just had your hand
Working.
in front of it.
Oh,
or your
glitch,
mouse in
whatever.
front of it.
Can't trust computer things. Oh well. Yeah. So the last few weeks, we're closed Monday, Tuesday. I've been coming in on Monday to work on projects. So we got the stairs in. We got stuff moved upstairs. I've started getting the workshop tidied up. Although the workshop is trashed again because I've been working on this nonsense. We've been fighting some heat in the front. So I had this idea that the heat out in the candy store is entirely from the drink fridges. And if you'll notice, in the candy store, we're missing a drink fridge. Well, it actually isn't missing, we just moved
We'll
it.
do a safari adventure later.
So we moved all the drink fridges to one side of the wall. Actually, I might as well do this now since I'm talking about it. Mm-hmm. Makes more sense to do it now whilst I'm talking about it. So, and I'll even go upstairs. So we'll start this. And
Come on,
then,
safari adventure time.
uh-oh.
Did it break? We didn't
No, it's working.
We didn't do it. We didn't do an update. It forced an update
There
on
we go.
us, and so then the cameras weren't working, and I feel like now we're struggling. Is the chat gonna come up here if anyone's chatting?
Chat's on this side.
Oh, chat's on that side. Okay, I was like, we're missing something. Are we streaming on
Chat's
Twitch
there.
too?
We're not on Twitch.
Oh.
Okay, let's go have a look. So I have to, we'll do camera safari adventure time. There we are. All right, here we go. So, we moved a bunch of stuff around, but all the drink fridges are now against this wall. This one and this one, the refrigeration units are on the top, and they're older and aren't as efficient. This is a newer one. Refrigeration unit is on the bottom, and it doesn't actually kick out quite as much heat. I don't know. It seems more efficient type thing. These kick out quite a bit of heat. So, because they're on the top, what I had actually done at the other space is I had this same type of fridge. I had built this thing around the top that just sort of like an upstairs skirting, shall we say. And there was a vent for the cooling that wasn't working in the other location. There was a vent there, so I just put a fan in the vent, so it was sucking all of the hot air from this up and out. So I thought that worked really well in the other space, let's do that here. So that fan right there, that is a duct fan. I'm going to build a skirting that goes around here. I'm not going to bother with this one, but there'll be a skirting that goes around there. And we'll go upstairs. So this is where that comes out of. This duct right here. And it goes up and over here. And it goes wonk wonk and along here. And it ends there. Over my desk. So there's actually warm air coming out of this at the moment. Yeah, warmish air. This will connect to this right here. This just goes up outside. And this is a duct for the employee's washroom that doesn't have a fan in it. There's no fan or nothing, it's just a duct. So we'll just have this bloop, and pushing out of there. And this, there's a duct fan in there, which is it's just an inline fan right here. That's how it's pulling the air up and out. This is warm to the touch. It's pretty crazy how well it's working. And it's kicking it down into this space. So yeah, see, this is now a super mess. Look, there's no space. Look, garbage. Yeah, what a mess. Yeah, so right now it's just kicking all that air and it's just leaking out up here and turning into the rest of this. And then we moved a couple of things around here, like we moved our little claw machine over to this side.
Thank you for
a little bit more room here so you can navigate this. This was here, so we moved that over here. Now you have a little bit more room. This I need to deal with. That's all of these little signs. This is going to end up being just pegboard. Pegboard there, probably pegboard here. We'll figure out where to hang the flags later. And then a bunch of crap can go on the walls. These little neon signs, I had people left and right asking me about the neon signs that we had. They're LED neon that we had in the space. Like, oh, you should sell those. And so I got some in, and I really haven't sold very many. So I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit of artwork with these. I have 3 UFO ones. I'm going to get a cow one, and then we'll have the 2 UFOs and a bigger UFO that's pulling the cow up. And I'll put it all on the board and I'll stick that in the back.
It sure is. It's at 28%. Are you okay leaving it here?
I'm going to try to call my mom's phone because she lost hers.
Ah, okay. Here, take that, and then if you want to keep charging it, just bring it back, okay?
Oh, I guess since I have this open, hey, who's in the chat?
It's Mick.
Mick, hey, chatty chat. Yep, it's working. Look what I have open. Let's go for a little walk. Isn't that nice? It's all open to the outside. And look, someone's driving by going, what the heck is all this cool light? Probably that's what they're doing. Hi, how are you? I wonder if I can go outside. I don't know what the range of this is. We'll see. I might drop you, but we'll try it. Yeah, so that's what the people tried. They're this part of the building here. They're building this unit tomorrow, and Monday they're going to rebuild ours because the bricks are just getting all worn down. He must be one of the guys counting. So.
Yeah, bottled water? Just down on the bottom shelf. It's $1. Very bottom shelf
After
of
we
the
get
very
that
last
done,
fridge.
we're going to have to figure out how to paint all of this black because that's a long way down. That's a long way up. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. Yeah, and then I got my espresso machines all ready to get hooked up. I need to cut a hole so I can do the water, electrical. We also have this guy, which is an instant hot water heating thing. It'll sit here. And then I've got my filtration in. This is not connected. This is a drain that goes to the espresso. So the junk water will come down here. And I have a sediment filter and a carbon filter. And then I did individual shut-offs for everything. And there's actually, I had to add this one. I had one in front of each, or one in front and behind the filters. But then when I turned this on and fired it up for the first time, it started leaking like crazy. So I was like, oh crap. So I closed it all off and I dealt with it today. When I took it off, I forgot to take the packing off of the wrapping off of the sediment filter. So I had that problem. So it was never going to work. And then I just didn't have enough. I didn't have these connectors tight enough on the inside actually. So, but I had to take this whole unit out of there. So I just added another shut off here. I cut the PEX, added the shut off because I had to turn off the water for the washrooms and everything. So that's my emergency emergency fix. That all seems to be working now. And we have a hand sink, we have hot water and cold water here now finally. And that's all working. Hooray for me. All right, I'm gonna go back to this.
Need another 10 minutes or something to charge the phone?
And then we'll go. Put it here on Sophia while I figure this nonsense out. And there we go.
Okay.
No, Avery, no. 902-393. 7359.
Yeah, so there you go.
What is it,
Hi,
Samsung?
quick tour of what's going on. I'm really excited about getting the espresso going because that's taken too long. We were all set to do it at the other place. We had a back counter all set up. I was all ready to get it all up and connected and everything, and then I just decided we don't have enough room. It would be too small, it'd be too tight. The front counter.
Is your phone charged?
When we first opened, we had a counter with a counter in the front, counter in the back. Espresso machine was on the back. It was about this size here, but it was thinner. There was only about 2.5 feet, 3 feet. So it would have been difficult to have someone at the counter helping people while someone was behind working and making coffee. Just wouldn't happen.
Slowly and loudly because I'm getting all the noise back here. 902.
This, we planned on it so that someone could be standing here and someone could be working back here and it would be fine.
Okay, what I was going to say.
You always end up with more room than you need, than you think you need, or you always need more room than you think you need. So, but we had sort of planned on having a little desk off to the side, which is the little computer. So when it's a little slow in here, and I want to sit and send email, answer email, something, I could sit here. Sophia works from here.
Don't forget about your.
She will be able to go upstairs now, but she's been working right where she's sitting. But it causes a little bit of congestion right here, so we need to sort that out. I might put a different little desk over here or something. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Maybe just having upstairs available. Yeah. John Hayes. Is that the John Hayes that I think I know? Are you in Vancouver?
Favorite game?
What's a favorite game you have? Right now, honestly, my favorite game is bar billiards. I cannot get enough of that game.
It's been very popular. Everyone seems to enjoy it.
Pinball games in here right now It's between the three in the row. They're Big Lebowski, Genesis, and Royal Flush. Those. Let's see if I can. Royal Flush, Genesis, Big Lebowski. One of my favorite games of all time. I don't have one.
That's okay. We're not going to
I'm
put it
looking
back
for
on
one. I
after it's
really,
broken.
really want to get one.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a solid state
But
version
like
of
for
Joker
you, I have
Poker.
lots and lots more.
That's one of my
So yeah,
favorite
just keep
games
an
to
eye on it
play
because sometimes
with
they'll fall off and you not
multiple
realize,
people.
or they'll break, and then you're just like, why isn't it sticking anymore? There you
Not
go.
the EM one though, but the solid state one. I like the couple of little extra rules little extra features you get out of the solid state one. Haven't been able to run across one though.
What?
Joker Poker.
Oh yes.
Still looking for one.
I was talking to someone about an Addams family today, and they came in and they said their brother has an Addams family. And I said, yeah, we don't have one. And I said, when did they buy it? I'm curious to know. She said he bought it brand new. And so he must have had it for years. And I was like, the interesting thing about Addams family is it's like the most produced machine, and somehow it's still like $10,000 to buy because people have such a nostalgia for
They
it.
remember. There are so many of them out there. People remember them.
Yeah, and so apparently he's had it for years and years and years. It's just been his thing. And they're the one sister lives here, the other sister came from Toronto, and it's their thing. Whenever she comes to visit, they stop here. And so she got off the plane and they came to pinball, and when they come back from Summerside to drop her back off to the plane, they'll come again.
Oh, those people. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably no major purchases in games this year. We had a bit of. Thom was at Pinfest a couple weeks ago and played Hurricane. Oh yeah, Hurricane's fun. Hurricane and
Yeah.
Comet. I need a cyclone. Don't have a cyclone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
We ended up spending a lot of money for this place, and we actually are talking now. We had someone came in today. There's no air conditioning in this space, and so we are going to put a heat pump in, which all
For the
in
really
is
hot days.
yeah, for the really hot days, mostly for air conditioning.
Yeah.
We won't use it for heat, but that's going to be a little bit of an investment to put in here, and hopefully the building owners are actually pretty cool. That if you talk to them before you make some sort of upgrade to the building, they've been pretty agreeable. So they paid for half of the washrooms that we put in.
It's a
I didn't
face
charge them for
mask.
my labor or
And
all
you
that
put it
stuff,
on and you
just
look
for
like
the
Mr.
materials
B.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
well, hopefully they'll pay for half of the heat pump. I mean, if they don't, we'll take it with us.
Yeah, we've got an empty one here. So it's got a marble in it, and you pop it down. It's in the
so we'll
top,
see-
and then you
we'll see
pop
how
it
that
down, and the marble just
We have
stays
a couple
in the
other
bottle.
things, a couple other
No, it's a
infrastructure
Japanese
purchases
soda.
that we need to make. So, and I've got so many games that
We're going to start selling them soon.
yeah, we're gonna start selling
Now that we
games.
got a workshop.
But I'll be able to put in. I'd be able to put in a different machine in here. Once my workshop is going, I can go through my inventory, and I can probably put a different machine in here every month for the next 2 years. I have at least 24 more machines at home, and I don't even know how many machines I have anymore. I do have a couple that are non-starters. I just got that Bowling Queen, I just put out a video on it today, where I pulled that out of the shed. That's just like, I just grabbed it because he didn't want any money. He just wanted it gone. And I had a couple more like that are just like, I paid a guy, I think $50 or $100 for another machine. I don't even remember what it was. Some old EM that maybe works, don't know. I just threw it in storage. I probably have 5 games that are super rough. Repairable, but really rough. Not like Bowling Queen. Bowling Queen, I don't. It is repairable if you want to throw enough money at it, but I don't think it's worth it at the end of the day. So I'm not going to bother. But and it's one of those things. Like if it had the back glass, and the back glass was good, I would almost think about restoring it. That was the one thing that, because it didn't have the back glass and it was missing a few other things, I was like, forget it.
Are you looking at the shock pen?
We brought in for our little odds and ends and doodads and stuff.
Those
Today we
have
hung
been
up
so
a bunch
popular,
of
and they work
funky
too.
little keychains. Like,
Yes, they do. Next time you come.
well, that happens.
So you should do it on a hard surface like this counter, not the shelf, but like a counter or table. And you pop, so this little piece here is just the top of the lid, and then you
Well, I don't know.
pop it
You
out
could,
of the plastic section.
shooting with better, like these darts suck,
And then you
but
hold the bottle with one hand, push down with the
with
other
better
hand,
darts,
pop
it's a little bit
Just make
easier.
sure you don't throw the top piece away. Because then you can't pop it out. If you throw this away before you do it, then you can't pop it out. They'll never
And
come.
the nice thing about soft
Yeah,
tips, you can get a whole bag of these
Yeah,
things for
so
like
you can't
a
get
buck,
it out unless
right?
you
Like they're not very
take
much.
to
So.
this, or if you smash the bottle. So if you hold it this way,
Yeah,
the little divots stop the marble, so you can drink. But if you hold it this
So
way,
we
while you're drinking,
we
the
got in a
marble
whole
will
bunch of
stop
like.
the flow. But the marble will
We
never
started.
come
We
out.
got into sunglasses. Sunglasses have been selling like crazy.
Unless you smash it.
So
There we go.
I did bring in like some little Kroll
And I
keychains,
think you have a couple
some
more
Mario
things.
keychains, a couple of little doodads like that. Those have been
If
really.
you're
Like,
finished
I had to
with
order
that,
more
I can throw it away.
Kroll keychains because we sold out all of them, and the little rubber chicken ones, like this, little rubber chickens, and they actually.
They're $2.99.
So yeah, I had to order a whole bunch more of these because. So we brought in even more,
I think over there are $2.99.
and we'll see how well they do. But like stuff like this, chicken,
Seven.
egg.
The Hello Kitty keychain, that's $2.99 too.
All the ones over there, $2.99.
Okay, $2.99. Alright. Is there a button or do I have to go through?
There's a button right there on the thing.
Show me. Ah, there we go. Okay.
And right as I said that, someone
Alright,
bought a
so
keychain.
that comes to $18.65.
Yeah, so there's
Tap or answer.
a whole bunch of like fake food keychains that you can get. So I got hamburgers, and I got little bottles of Ramune, which is the Japanese marble drink. And then other just kind of calm. There's like the cool. Remember the little dancing banana? You get the sunglasses, the animated GIF that like has been around forever. So I got a keychain of that guy. Some Hello Kitty crap, just stuff like that, right? So we'll see what people lean towards. I'm hoping that they go towards the food because there's some really funny food ones like chicken nuggets, French fries with ketchup, just all kinds of crazy crap, right?
No, I only ever use
Garbage? Yeah, it's sort of my theory of you try things out, and if it seems to be working, then lean into it. So the whole side of the fridge right now is covered with keychains and stuff, and they're all like, you know, that you can get them off from China for not very much. So it's maybe we'll a couple $100 in inventory, and we'll probably clear, if we sell all of it, we'll probably double our money on them at least. So we'll see. And whatever works, I can work on buying larger quantities and finding other suppliers, and then that brings my overhead down, right? So, yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Mick says, would having more machines equate to more business, or are you thinking of rotating some out? Time to build a lot. You lean into it until it stops working. That's exactly it. No, I don't want to run any more pinball machines in here than I have now. And I've got 30 something in here.
Unless we get some space at the back door. We might do one or two of them. Maybe.
What I've sort of found, I mean, when we opened, we were all pinball. But it kind of worked. But when we got the consoles and a few video games in, that actually saved wear on the machines, because some of the kids, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, they didn't want to come to the arcade anyway because they didn't know anything about pinball. They're like, Mom, Dad, I hate you for taking me to this thing. I hate this. I hate everything. And so then they'd go up to a machine, and then they'd just be destructive. And they just hit the flipper as hard as they can, as fast as they can, for as long as they can, right? Try to burn the thing out or break it or whatever. And they just weren't having fun. So when we got the consoles in, it was like, okay, so now they'll sit down and they'll play a little Mario or a Duck Hunt or something like that. They're allowing themselves to have fun, and then they go to the pinball machines, and now that they've allowed themselves to have fun, they'll enjoy the pinball machines and try them out. So I don't think having more pinball in is worth doing. Not that many more. I would like to have more video games and more kinetic games like billiards or what? Crokinole. Yeah, it's or carom. The little games with the discs that you hit with your finger. A really nice crokinole board would be cool to get in here. And just get one on a little round table with a couple of stools around so that people could sit and play it. And on a turntable so you can turn the board around. That one, there's pegs in the middle. It's a round board. There's pegs in the middle, around the outside, about 6 inches around, diameter around. In the very center is a hole, and you have little wood pucks, and you flick them with your finger, or you can use like a little tiny cue stick. You get them into the hole, and you're trying to knock others out of the way and stuff like that. But I would like to get some like one-on-one type games like bubble hockey or foosball. I think would go over really well. And more billiards. I would love to get more billiards, but
we've got our air hockey table we've been wanting to bring in.
The air hockey. That's slated for upstairs. Upstairs in the party room, we're going to put the air hockey up there, and that's a big table. It's like 4 feet by 8 feet. And then when we have parties, I'll make a tabletop for it. We'll just put the tabletop on top of the air hockey. People can sit around it, use it as a big banquet table kind of thing for birthdays or what have you. And then because they'll have the room to themselves for a private party. And I'm gonna probably move some cocktail tables up there. We'll see how much room there is. Maybe 1 or 2 cocktail tables up there. One of the problems is when we have a birthday party and we have like grandma or something that like she gets kind of angry that she has to pay to enter because I'm not gonna play the games, right? So if they have upstairs to themselves, then it's like you can go upstairs, but you can't go into the arcade kind of thing. And then we'll just turn off everything upstairs, and then they just have just this room. I think that'll work really well. And then if grandma doesn't want to pay to come in, but she wants to see little Jimmy blow on his candles, she can do that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. You get them all straightened out?
Yeah, so the mom lost her phone. She doesn't know. And that's what she was saying. Grandmother lost the phone yesterday, her phone yesterday. Mom can't find her phone today, and then she walked up to me because her daughter's phone was dead. And so they couldn't even call. And so she was like, maybe it was in the bathroom, couldn't figure out where it was. So she gave me her number and we'll call the phone. And she said if they found it in the car, she would come back in, but they didn't find it, so they might call us if they find it at home. But I said we'll call the phone once everybody leaves to see if
I'll
we can hear
take
it.
a quick look around.
And then they just bought a whole bunch of funny candy and stuff. Someone dropped a worm on the floor and it got a little dirty, and I was like, do you want a dirty worm? And so she took it. Nick, I didn't get to say hello. Thanks for saying glad you're back. It's been, when was it that I left? It's been crazy. It was like a couple weeks ago that I got back. It was nice to go out and work in person and see everyone. I only get to work with everyone remotely at my day job, so it was fabulous to see all the people that I work with. And at one point there was a conference, a staff conference, training session that I was attending, and they said they introduced some of the support team, and everyone started clapping when they said my name, so it was very nice to know that
I have to go open up Pinbot
oh no
or Jackbot.
so it
The
was
second
worth-
time today two balls have got stuck in one of the eyes.
Oh my goodness.
So I think maybe the mount is
Did you want to do a camera safari while you fix it? No. Anyways, so it's very nice to be back, and we've had kind of odd schedules too because Seven's been working, and I haven't always been, or I've had work things that I can't always do from the arcade. So it's nice to be back. It's nice to be online. It's nice to be busy here at the arcade, and it should be getting busier. I don't know what Seven was talking about because I was talking to someone else. Lean into it until it stops working. I'm not sure what you're referencing there. I wish we had another camera in the back there so you could see what Seven's fixing it. But you'll see it. You can see the top of his head. If you look right above me, right there, on the other side of the arcade machine, Seven is opening up Pinbot. Oh, these people want to learn how to play bar billiards, so you're going to listen to Stephen. Would you like me to show you how to play?
pull the lever.
Pull it, yes. There's no kids in here, so we tend to take the balls away when the kids aren't around because the pull the levers. So this is called bar billiards. It was a really popular game in the 30s and 40s in pubs in the UK, and this one was made in Canada, so there were people playing it in Canada. It's very hard to come by in North America now. We haven't found another place searching online that has one publicly accessible. You find them in people's basement. That's where we found this one. And you'll find them in pubs in the UK as well from time to time. So the premise of the game is you're trying to get your balls into the holes, and you've got corresponding points here. But the gimmick is you always have to hit another ball in the process. So kind of like pool, how you're shooting other balls, you're trying to get certain balls in the hole, but it doesn't have to be the ball that you hit that goes in the hole. It's just as long as you hit another ball and one goes in the hole, you can collect those points. So you can, if you do that, you hit a ball, goes in the hole, you can go again and keep accumulating points, but to put your points on the board, you have to just hit another ball and not have it go in. And it seems easy, but little things can happen, like you could miss and go directly in a hole and then you lose everything because you didn't hit another ball. Or you could knock this guy down, and if you do that, you lose all your points for the game. But you can keep earning more. If you knock this guy down, you lose all your points for the turn. If your ball goes off the table, then you lose all of your points. The turn's over, and if you come back over here, this line, it's also a foul. Once you get started, it's pretty fun because you'll get into, you'll be like, oh, 200, 300, 400, 500, and then all of a sudden you'll miss it, or there's the red ball. Or you'll have something where like a bunch of balls will be up here in the corner, and then you'll have only one left right here, and you've got to just tap that ball to collect it. So you've got to think a little bit strategically to make sure that you don't get left with this horrible ball that you're trying to hit.
So explain to me how I get points again, sorry?
I will show you. I will grab one of the cues here. So to start the game, and whenever if you're going to be talking, I'll take this off.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Where's my coffee? Earlier today, I had 2 balls wedged up into Jackbot's left eye. But I don't see anything wrong. Like, I don't know why it's doing that. When I got it, that eye would get balls wedged in it because the little mechanism, so there's sort of, think of it like a little U-shaped thing like this. And this clamps to the bottom of the playfield. Your solenoid sits in here and fires up in a hole in the middle of it, right? And then this holds the bottom of your solenoid. And then above that, there's an arch shaped like this. So when the ball fires of metal, when the ball fires out, you have this other thing. When it fires out, it follows the curve. This had broken off, so it was just flopping around, loosened it. I got a new one, replaced it, put it in. It's been running, and that was causing, because it was sort of loose in there, it had a little bit of movement. It's possible, I'll have to pull it out of there, but maybe that new one has bent and it's allowing another ball to get in. Right? Sophia took off her mic. I'll never learn to play now. Well, we did a whole video on it. You'll have to watch the video. Where a friend came in, and Chris came in, and we did one on how to play bar billiards. We did another one on how to play bumper pool. And he's great fun to do videos with. He's not afraid of the camera. He has his own YouTube channel where he kind of goofs around on camera and stuff. But it was it was fun to play because he's a little sarcastic. His humor's very dry. So it was a lot of fun. There's the Glockenspiel Pickle. How do you do? How are ya? Oh, people, excuse me. Hi, how are ya? Yeah, not bad. Right on. So we close at 11. Yep. Yeah. So we'll charge you just for the hour. Is this all together? Or how do you want to pay it? Separately, together? Yeah. All right. Whoever's first. 1719. Go ahead.
Or no, James.
Receipt?
No.
All right. Yeah, that's
It's a two-hander. One Fresca.
all right. So 1 hour and 1 Fresca?
Yes.
All right.
He's living it up tonight. Yeah.
All right. 1920 for whoever's paying for that one. And then one more. And 1719, go ahead. Let me just stamp your hands real quick to remind us that you paid. There you go. I'm just going to stamp your hands real quick. Oh, sure. There you go. just realized I'm so used to stamping little kids' hands that when I stamp their hands, I make a little sound effect. And I just did it with those guys. It's like stamping their hand going boop, boop. Oh, I'm a buffoon. Glockenspiel Pickle says, I will be listening to the stream, but I am also writing a scientific report for university. I'll see if I can throw out what type of scientific report. I don't want to distract you, but what type of science?
Yeah, so you didn't, nothing says
Yeah, so yes, I'm looking forward to having coffee. Will be connected. I might do it tomorrow because I have. I think I have everything I need. I just need to cut the hole in the tabletop. But I have to stop. Well, maybe we'll see. Do I have any parties tomorrow? We had May we didn't have very many parties booked, and then now like every time I check my email, there's more people booking parties and stuff.
So you have
Tomorrow I do.
You can keep trying to sink a ball, or you have to tap another ball now.
How many people?
Without sinking.
Don't know. Well,
It counts, and then
maybe.
you got to try again to just tap another
And
ball.
then
Like that.
I have one more Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that I can come in here and work. Because we're not open next Monday, Tuesday. And Jacob is working on Wednesday. So last week, I worked Monday, took Tuesday off, came in Wednesday, and did a bunch of stuff. And I really want to get all of this crap going before we're open 7 days a week. And I have a little bit of cleanup in the back, but I can do that whenever. But we need to get this all cleaned up so that Board of Health can come in and sign off on it.
Glockenspiel.
Yeah.
Glockenspiel pickle.
It's for a GIS class, and it's on a fictional research station in the Fraser Valley. Our house used to look down over the Fraser Valley. We were in Mission. We were up on the hill, and we looked down into the
Fraser
valley.
River.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The whole valley.
Well, yeah, it was really, and we really lucked out because our neighbors had dead old trees, and they kept falling in our yard. That wasn't the lucky part. But our insurance did cover them repairing our fence panels multiple times. But once their dead trees
The fence
died,
and the deck.
yeah, once their dead trees died or fell over, we got an even better view.
Yeah. Oh, actually, funny story about that. I had gone. I don't remember
Oh my
what day
God.
it was, but
And I was away working.
you were somewhere else.
I was away
But
working.
for the fun of the story, because I don't remember what day of the week it was, but we'll just say Friday. I went down to the States,
Hold
and
on. Can I pause this for 1 second? We had a rule, and this was Seven almost got trapped under Jurassic.
This is part of the story.
Oh.
You're ruining my story.
I thought this was you were jumping
it's,
to the tree
it's all
part.
related.
Okay.
It's all
okay.
that was all happened on the same day.
Jurassic Park happened on the same
No,
day?
that was Batman.
Oh, Batman.
What you're thinking of was Batman. All
But-
at the same time.
It wasn't Jurassic Park that you brought in. It was because you brought in Jurassic Park that I said no more without me.
No, that was Batman.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'll let you tell the story.
Anyway.
Sorry. I wasn't sure. Jumping around.
Anyway, so I had gone down to a place just outside of Seattle, and I bought a pinball machine. I bought Batman Forever, which is a big, wide-body honking machine. No, actually,
got on the board?
she's right. This is wrong. It wasn't that one. That was a different day. Yeah, so this is a
It
different
makes you
machine.
feel better.
Hey,
She
the
knocked the
Batman
same one
Forever
down, too.
machine, I'll tell you, is
We
I
have been
had
open
gone-
for.
picked up Batman Forever. She wasn't home. It was raining when I got home on a Friday night or Saturday night, and our driveway was up, and then there was we had a basement entrance. We lived on a hill, and so you went down this pathway and you could get in through the basement door. So it was raining when I got home with Batman, and so I was like, screw it, I'll just leave it in the car and I'll grab it in the morning. And then about midnight, it had stopped raining or whatever. So I was like, well, I'll just go grab it. And so I grabbed it, I went down the hill with it, big heavy machine, but got down the hill, no problem. Got around. Inside the basement was painted cement floor. It might have been epoxy, but when wet, very slippery. And there was about a 2 or 3 inch curb that you had to, the door sat on this curb, so you had to get the machine up and over the thing. You're right, it was a different day, because I did that at midnight. I brought in Batman at midnight. But so I'm trying to get it up over this curb. I get it up over the thing, and my feet start slipping towards, and as the machine is coming down, and in slow motion, I go down, I land on my back with the hand truck with the P handle pushing on my sternum, big machine on top of me, sitting on top of this curb. So I'm pinned, and I can't get my hands out from underneath it. And the back door is open, and I'm down there, and there was a brief moment where I thought I was seriously hooped. Like I couldn't move, I couldn't wiggle out, I couldn't get my arms underneath it with the leverage to get it off of me. And I'm just like, oh, this is how I die.
Cats are gonna eat you. I'm gonna find you.
She was gonna be gone for a couple more days, and so I had this thing of like, she gets home, it's like, where's Seven? She goes downstairs to find my corpse half eaten by cats under a pinball machine. She never found that very funny. I thought it was hilarious. No, but anyway, so this is different. This was a different day actually. So I had gone down, picked up a machine, brought it back. I think that time I did leave it in the car overnight, and I was going to get up in the morning and bring it in downstairs. So there was a storm coming in. It was very, very, very high winds, rain, whatever. But I had gone. No, I don't think the rain had started, but the winds were really, really kicking up. When you go down the hill towards the back door, you went along a path that was next to the house. At the bottom of the hill was an old tree. So I think I opened up the basement door, and maybe I was coming with a hand truck, I don't remember, but I was walking down the path to go to the basement door, and as I'm walking down the path, I see this giant tree not swaying in the wind, but it's lifting the ground up. Every time the wind would blow this way, it would lift up like this, and there was a fence next to it, and the fence was like this whole thing was coming down right on my house. I'm like, holy crap. So, because I'm an idiot, I was like, I guess I better get this machine in quick. So I ran, I got the machine, I pulled it inside really, really quick, being careful not to get trapped underneath the machine, getting it inside. And then I sat there and watched the tree, and because I didn't think anybody was going to be able to come out, but I thought, well, screw it, I'm going to start making some phone calls. At some point, the power went out during all of this nonsense. But I got on the phone and I started calling arborists and whoever I could reach. And I'm telling them, like I said, I've got this tree. Every time the wind blows, it's threatening to take out the corner of my house. Some people were like, nah, I can't make it out,
It's too dangerous.
And it makes sense. Like, why the hell would anybody want to climb a tree in the windstorm?
In the rain, in the wind.
One guy I talked to, he says, a tree has fallen down at my client's house. I'm taking care of it now. If I have time, I'll come over and have a look. I gave him the address and everything, and he told me about how much it was going to be. And no problem. And so I actually went. No, I took that machine. That machine didn't go into the garage. That machine went into the workshop, which was upstairs. I must have gone down to get a hand truck or something.
Yeah, it
That-
was.
'cause-
You said there was a gap in the rain, and you decided to either take it around back or take it into the workshop, and that's when you were going up around the corner
That's
when you
somewhere
saw the
along
tree.
there I saw
Yeah.
it. So
Hello.
I ended up, because I was
a
working
snack?
in the workshop, which was at the bottom, at the end of the
to
driveway
288.
upstairs.
Did it lock? Oh, amazing! All right, thank you.
Oh, last one.
So I just sunk 2 in.
You're good.
Yes.
Sorry, it's just really quiet and it's really loud.
Okay, this one goes here. Your points are still in
Yeah,
flux.
that one is.
These go
bumper
here.
Pool.
Now, to keep your points, you have to rebound it into here or here without knocking that down. And it has to go off the side, you can't bounce it off the back. If you miss, you don't get to collect the points from that turn, but it'll be your turn. And now you're basically, both of you are taking turns trying to make this shot. You don't have to hit it very hard. Yeah, that's the power you need. Because you lost your points. If you hit it harder than that, because of the angle, it'll come around, it'll orbit the hole. Anyway, so I ended up putting that machine actually in the workshop, and the power was out. So I remember thinking, screw it, I don't remember what machine it was. It would have been Roller Games, because I remember who I got it from, and I had bought 3 or 4 machines from it. I think it might have been Roller Games. And it needed cleaning up. So I took the glass off of it, and it was bright enough in there, and I started doing whatever it was I was doing to it. And then I heard chainsaws. And I looked down back, and some guys up my tree, they've got half of it down already. And so I went out and said hi, and he's like, yeah, we're just gonna cut this down, we're gonna leave all the stuff, we'll leave the corpse in your yard, and we'll come back and take care of it later, but we've got we're trying to get a bunch of stuff done. I was like, great. So, and like 15 minutes, and the tree was basically gone. Like it was just all laying in chunks in my yard, and they were gone. He came back later, week and a half, 2 weeks later, to chop the tree up and do whatever, and he said I wasn't going to do anything that day because it was stormy and crazy and whatever. And he says, but my wife was being such a bitch to me. I was like, I'm climbing any tree I can, and if the tree comes down, it's all her fault. So he was on this like suicide mission all day. I'm like, I don't know how many houses he saved, but yeah, pretty funny. Glockenfield says, I brought home Batman and got pinned by him. Yeah, that was a good day. No. Yeah, that was a funny one. And then, so that tree ended up not hitting our house. There were like 3 or 4 trees right there. Another one had come down to take it on our fence. And then we woke up one day, it was in the spring. It was some sort of like plum tree or something that we had. Really nice, pretty tree that was just right on the corner of the house.
It was their tree on their side that fell.
Several of their trees fell. This one that we cut down was not a plum tree.
Oh,
and
the
it
one that
wasn't
we
a
cut
blue, but
in our yard.
yeah, we woke up one day, and it was very surreal. That there was a big, like half of the side of the house that overlooked the Fraser Valley was just all glass.
Yeah.
And then there was a big deck in front that went out 12 feet from the window maybe. And I came out that morning.
I came out.
When I came out that morning, it was very surreal because the front deck was all in blue.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the hell happened? So sometime in the night, the tree had come down very, very slowly and quietly and landed in our deck. It took out the railing, it damaged a little bit of the corner, but the structure was fine. Like it just came down really, really gently and just rested right on the deck. And the whole deck was just covered in plum blossoms or whatever they were. I don't know. It was very pretty. It was very nice. But yeah.
No, well, I remember because I usually get up first, and I got up and I woke up, went out to the living room, letting the cats in, out, whatever, and I was just like, whoa, 7, you need to get up and come out here now.
Yeah, it was very surreal to have your windows just covered in blossom.
Yeah. To back up to the story, because as you all know, I go away for work a lot, and even when we lived in BC, I'd go away, or I would only come home once a week or something. 7, it was either before Batman or after Batman. I can't remember.
It was Batman that made me say it.
Well, I remember saying it before. Like he said, "I have a surprise for you," and I came home and there was a Jurassic Park in the pinball room. And then I was like, "You really shouldn't bring any more pinball when I'm not home. It just worries me." And then Batman happened, and I was like, "You are absolutely not allowed to bring in any more machines," and that still didn't stop him. But yeah,
But then when it came time to move machines into the arcade at the other location.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it was more just like when I wasn't gonna be home or able to reach you. At least there, I was able, and there's people around.
Yeah.
That would have, seen you collapsed on the doorway if you fell in there.
I could have, if I got trapped or pinned or something in there, I could have help me, and there would have been people next door at the pizza place or something. So.
It's
Oh. More people?
Yeah. Hello. All right. Anything else for you? Okay, that comes to 437. Okay.
Hi.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Well, I've been looking for half an hour more. How's it going, guys?
Hi.
Can you have a look once?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
We-
Is it just open here?
So we're we've been open here since November. We were in the in Cornwall before we moved here.
Just the shop is here. I just see it from the outside at the back door.
Yeah.
Is something is like look like a casino?
It's close. It's an arcade.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to walk around,
Yeah.
take a look.
So we do,
Hello.
we do pay to enter, and then all these machines are on free play now. So you can just play as much as you want to. We close at 11 tonight, so we're only open for another half hour. But I
The
think,
one-time fees only, and afterwards you can pay anything.
yeah, so you pay by the hour. Yeah, and normally it's $14.95 for the first hour, 5 cents more for the second hour. So you can play for 2 hours for $15. Yeah. Have you ever played pinball before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We have some older ones. So this is the oldest one I have in here
I
right now.
talked to you right now, but
1964.
7 is talking
These
to
are
3 people that just
from the
walked in, and we
70s.
close in half an hour. It, like I said, tourist
And then we
season
have
has
new
started.
ones like Big Lebowski's brand new. These are from the 90s. They're kind of a mixture of different periods and stuff.
So basically you guys have the pinballs. Like
I really
all
want to
of the
tell you
pinball
something
games.
funny, but
We have a bunch
I
of
don't wanna
pinball.
talk
When
too
we
much over
originally
stuff.
opened, we were just pinball. And then we brought in other video games and stuff.
It's like a casino as well.
Yeah, it probably looks like it from the outside. Yeah.
Like that. I like the machines are like from the main one.
Yeah. And video games, old video games. You ever seen one of these?
Oh yeah.
Mechanical shooter from the 70s? Yeah. Yeah, they're really cool.
I love when 7 gives people tours. It's so cute. Sweet, smart. I don't know, other cute words.
That's called bumper pool. So it's billiards. You play with a cue stick like that, and you're basically. Have you ever played like 9-ball or 8-ball or something? Yeah. So on this game, there's no cue ball. You hit the ball directly. So you have the red side and the white side, and you're taking turns trying to shoot the red balls into the red hole and the white balls. White ball player tries to get in the white ball. Whoever does it first. But
And we just have to shoot a ball and put it
shoot them. Yeah. These little rubber bumpers are super bouncy.
Oh yeah, I got it.
So it kind of sends you right back. If you're not careful, like you always end up back where you started, right?
Nice.
Yeah. This one is called bar billiards. This was a game from the 30s from England. It came out in the 30s, so it's almost a 100-year-old game. You always shoot from that one center point. They're trying to sink the balls into the various holes for points. And if you knock down the little pins, then it's a foul and you lose your turn and you lose the points that have accumulated. It's a really fun game. And it's about 15 minutes. So when you hit a ball in the hole, it'll come out down here. After 15 minutes, the bar drops and it stops ejecting the balls. And then you're just playing whatever you have left. But it's a really unusual game to have. I think we're the only place in
Seven
Canada
just
that has
over
one.
here explaining bumper pool.
This is invented in the U.S. in 1955, and it kind of stopped. It fell out of favor in the 90s, probably. There were a lot of them in North America because you could get these tables for not very much, and then they came out with a version that was sort of octagon shaped, and you flip it over and it was a card table on the other side, so people could get them for their rec rooms or whatever, and flip it over, play bumper pool, flip it back over, play cards, or it's just a game table or something, right? Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Yeah. All right. See you guys.
No, we're open. We're usually from fall to spring. We're open Wednesday to Sunday, but starting in the summer, on the 22nd, we're open 7 days a week. So we open at noon every day, but we'll close at different times depending on what day of the week it is. So on Sunday we close at 7. Monday to Thursday we close at 8, and then Friday, Saturday we close at 11. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. You guys
See you
have a
guys.
great evening.
They seem like a very nice group.
Yeah. The Seven wanted the gate there so that they would attract people, and that's exactly what just happened. They drove by, saw inside, thought it was a casino or something, and came in. Glockenspiel says, I brought home Batman and got pinned by him. And then, haha, that's like when my ex put a rock and mineral quota on me. Stop bringing rock and mineral. See, I never put a quota on Seven. We are the worst enablers. He lets me buy all of the plants that I want that I try and plant and then don't get to. And I encourage and let him buy all of the pinball and video games that he wants. And I very rarely say, no, that's a bad idea. So.
And crazy studio stuff.
And yeah, he's like, found this really cool synth and I think it would be really great. And I'm just like, you know what?
You should buy it.
deserve it.
Treat
You should
yourself.
buy it. Treat yourself.
My ex-wife never really disliked me buying stuff, but she always kind of gave me that roll of the eyes and sort of like, why do you need another synth? You have 35 already.
And that's him.
So I sort of started just so that I didn't get the eye roll, I would sneak them into the studio.
Well, that's like, I have a few different sewing machines that do different things. Seven doesn't say, why do you need another sewing machine? And I went through a phase, I would like to do it again, where I was repairing them, but we don't really have a good space to do it. I'm hoping we're going to get this workshop set up and then clean up the one at home, and then there'll be a little more space to do things like that. And then
to get out the multitude of machines. There's no workshop at the house. It's pinball. It's a pinball and arcade storage.
yeah.
space.
Yeah. But it's gonna get there, and we've mentioned it already to a couple people that we're probably gonna purge 20 to 30 machines, and people like eyes light up, and they're just like, really? Because it's so hard to find machines out here, and we've never, when we've bought and sold machines, we've never tried to lowball people. Seven always does research on the machine, looks at what it looks like, play field, gives them a fair and accurate assessment. And in some cases, you've paid more than what someone's asked because you're just like, look, this is worth more than what you're asking. And the same thing when we sell them, we're not going to try and sell them for well over what they're worth. Give a fair price for the condition that they're in.
Well, and some of them too. Like I'm not gonna get it working 100% perfect or whatever. So I have a motor dome that I'm gonna get rid of, and I'll probably sell it for $1,200, $1,500. Like not very much in the big scheme of what pinball's going for now. I have a Road Kings that was in some sort of fire. It not directly, like it smells like it was in a fire, and
I promise this one works. It's just the oldest one
got
in
some
here.
soot and
And
stuff.
before
It's all
everything was
awesome.
automatic,
I don't even
they had ball
know.
lifters, and you push that in gently, and it scoops the ball up into the truck.
don't know if it
You get
works.
5 balls to start on this game, and it is an
Back
add-a-ball
glass
game, so
was
you can
okay.
keep winning
That's
more and
got a
technically
plastic,
play forever.
an acrylic back glass on it.
Yeah,
That
good
was
luck.
Okay. Seemed to me the back box was painted brownish red. I don't remember if the cabinet was painted, but
one?
Road Kings.
Oh.
But it's just one of those ones that was just like, I haven't done anything with it, and I may just sell. I got it for $200 US, I think, $200 or $300 US, I think. It's more or less complete. It just needs to be gone through. I think it booted up, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But that one, I probably, if I don't spend any time on it, I'll probably just sell it for like, I'll clean it up a little bit because I've already cleaned it up a little bit. But I'll sell it for under $1,000 just to get it out of there. Maybe I'll get $600 or something. I'll sell it that day, and I'll be fine with that. Get space, get it out of there. I don't think in this environment with the limited amount of machines, there's no point having a Road Kings. And same with Motordome. There's no point having a Motordome.
It is a fun game, but it's not necessarily something that people are going to play a lot. And there's a few other games that we'll probably pull that haven't been played, or like Volley, for example. We both love Volley, and that was one where we were just bringing it into the arcade, and other people love it too, but we want to pull it out and put it back. It would probably be that or Big Lebowski would be the only 2 pinball machines that we put in our house, because we don't have a lot of space.
Genesis or Royal Flush or something,
Yeah.
like one of those. If I had room, like if I had a pinball room at the house, we don't have a single one set up.
Mick says, keep us in mind before you purge. I love a road trip, and I'm definitely an enabler.
Yeah.
Love it, Mick. Yeah. Well, maybe.
Yeah, if I had room, I would hold on to something like Motordome, because I don't really like the game, like the rules of the game. When I play it, I just try to make the shot.
Right, the ramp
The one
shot.
shot. So there's from the left or the right flipper, you hit the drop target that's in the way of the ramp on the right hand side. You go up the ramp, it goes around to a small play field on the left hand side with a little tiny flipper. Then you have to hit the ball at the right time to go on another ramp that goes across even higher to the upper, or to the far rear right. There's a little saucer, you end up in the saucer. When you do that, you get a letter. You're spelling Motordome.
Yeah.
That shot, whenever I show people that shot, people would be on that game for half an hour just trying to make it. Just game after game after game. That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to make that shot. And it was really, really popular in the home arcade of people just trying to do that. It's just, it's like you're solving a puzzle. That's it. That's all you're trying to do. in the arcade. We had that at the other location,
Almost was never played.
and it was always sitting at ball 2, a game running on ball 2, and it was just
See you
junk.
later, Mick and
Mick,
Tom.
bye. See ya.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, I will. I don't know how I'll let you know.
We might. I mean, just a shame.
shoot me a message. Go to Facebook. Shoot me if you have Facebook. Shoot me a message on Facebook, and just say hi. It's me, and I'll keep that off to the side. Then when I decide what I'm going to get, because there might be some that I just want to get rid of, and I'm not even going to bother
Fix them up or
fixing
whatever.
up. Right.
Shameless plug. We are going to move off Patreon to just do YouTube. What is it
YouTube
called?
members. Yeah.
YouTube members, and so we'll probably give benefits or like let people know in advance outside of our super special people that have been around forever. If we're going to be selling things or updates, but it's much easier to keep everything on YouTube, and we tend to do more live streams and what have you there, and Patreon's just been a little bit harder to maintain.
It's an extra step, like.
Yeah.
We're supposed to give access to members.
Once
like
a month.
if I come up with the idea was if I come up with a new video, the Patreon gets to see it first. We don't have a whole lot of Patreons right now. We had a lot when I was setting this place up. Maybe what we can do as an added bonus of the membership on YouTube is that we'll say we're going to sell machines.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and we'll do before we list the machine, we'll do a first look video. Like we're going to put this machine up for sale.
Go, Mick.
This is what it looks. This is what the machine looks like. And so to get access to that, you would have to be a monthly member of the lowest tier.
And then you'll be able to message us first.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll do something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks, Mick. We're probably going to end the live stream here in a minute anyways, because everyone's going to... Thanks so much for coming in.
See you later.
You guys have a great evening. It's 1:45. We're going to head out soon.
You know who that is? Yeah.
Yes!
I'm trying to find little finger puppets for Meredith Baxter, whatever, and Hubert Cumberdale.
Goodness.
Yeah. And maybe I could find like little rusty spoons or something for him. Yeah.
We're talking about salad fingers. We have salad fingers plushies since we're on YouTube, and that's where salad fingers touched. And we touch you with his special finger there. His salad finger. And he also has his little...
Getting the salad fingers? Fantastic.
We're live streaming, and you just made me realize I should salad finger all over the camera. Hello.
All right.
He usually
11:49.
gently touches. Someone came in the other day and she lost her mind over it. And she said her sister does these elaborate costumes for Halloween, and she dressed up as salad fingers, like a kind of like a female version. She was in a leotard, and she did like a paper mache, like legit. It was so realistic, like hyper-realistic mask and everything, salad fingers. And she showed me photos, and I was like, oh my god, your sister needs to come in and dress up.
That's hilarious. Where did you ever find such a thing?
I know, they come from China. I can get shower curtains and socks and other kinds of just
But
weird
no finger
swag
puppets.
stuff. No finger puppets.
Like,
Yeah.
Get that, but not.
No, but the people that know, they know, and they tend to enjoy. Whoever designed this, such a good design. Creepy little fingers.
She loves salad.
Hello, friends.
You know, we're gonna call a cab company, but like, we're only like 3 minutes away, and he charges $15.50 to get here. I know. So we're
Wow.
trying to figure out another. I don't know what cab company that was. we only have the
No, because the hotel called it.
hotel.
Don't they have Uber here?
It said no rides.
Oh, are you guys from out of town?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Our transit and cab system out here is not very good, considering
It was just
the
like,
tourism
just
we
like
have.
at the-
It was literally a 3-minute drive,
Holiday
and he's
Express.
like, okay, $15. I'm like,
Oh, are you up at the hotel?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like, we paid him cash. You think if we paid him with a card, he would have charged us less? Who knows, right?
I have no idea.
We should ask. We'll ask. So what price?
I mean, so are you at one of the hotels that are just like right
Oh,
there?
Yeah, Capital.
I mean, it's not a terrible walk, and there's sidewalks. I think if you really wanted
Yeah.
to walk, and it's pretty well lit. If you wanted to go for a 20-minute walk.
She doesn't.
Is that
I
over on
was just
Capitol?
gonna walk here.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm sorry.
No, that's
No, I
not.
was
But why did he give us?
well, what if we don't like the first one, I guess? He gave us, the guy at the hotel, gave us 2 numbers. And
Yeah.
I don't know what cab company came, because it just said taxi on it. It
Yeah.
didn't actually have a company, so.
Which one do you think is better? The Walker
I've
City.
never I've seen the city taxis around.
Yeah, I've seen more. I've never.
Which one did you take? Do you
We don't
remember?
We don't know.
Oh,
Oh.
I would say try City Taxi because
Yeah.
we've seen a lot of
Yeah,
those.
them around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we
All right,
got.
thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks,
We'd
guys.
offer you a ride home,
Oh,
but
no.
we only have one extra seat in our car. And you're more than
Bye.
welcome to wait inside for the cab. You don't have to wait outside. It's a little chilly.
Before we go,
Before we go,
I can get this all hooked up and everything over tomorrow. We have a party coming in. Huh?
Mick says, "Okay, now you have a message from me."
Ah, okay.
Awesome.
Is that on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Mick.
I can hook up all the plumbing. I can do all the other crap tomorrow. But what I won't be able to do tomorrow is cut the hole. So do you mind waiting tonight
No, that's
to
fine.
chop a hole
Yeah.
in there? And, okay.
57 watts.
Watts Avenue. That is right. Yeah.
All right. So we'll do that before we leave. Cut a hole.
Cut a
and
hole.
then,
That'll
and
be
then,
fun. We did
you
that
know,
last
clean
time.
up, and then then I'll have time to hook everything
Okay. Are we gonna sign off now?
up. Probably. What time
Yeah.
is it?
It's 10:02, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna say goodbye.
Thanks for joining us. It was a really good night.
Yeah, we're kind of doing stuff and running. It was a pretty it was a good day.
Sorry.
Now I just have to clean up. I got to clean up over there that you can't see.
Yeah.
It's a
It'll
big
come
mess.
together, I think, in the next couple of weeks. Once we get everything plumbed and electrified, then we can start putting things away. Seven's already started doing a bit of organizing upstairs too. So and there's
Once we get this going, even if
Yeah.
we're not doing it for the public, we can get rid of the coffee over there,
Yeah.
and we can use this. But
and then we can get that other thing built
Get all
over
that,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Getting closer. Okay, so we're gonna say goodbye. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. Adios.
Come visit
and
us this summer.
all that
We
good
open
stuff.
7 days a week on the 22nd until September 7th.
I have to stop looking here and keep
Right.
looking up there. I have a real problem with that. So maybe I'll, oh, I know what I'll do before I leave. Let's do this. Before we go, I'm gonna swap this.
So that you look closer to the camera.
There.
There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
folks.
There we go.
Good night, Glockenspiel, Pickle.
All right. Hopefully your fictional research station, the Frasier Valley, doesn't get flooded.
Oh.
All right.